at the very top of this week's AP Top 25 Women's College Basketball poll. You look at the very top, and UCLA is there for the first time in program history. And a big reason why is our guest here in Gabs Jaquez. Joining us on the Bruin Insider Show for Koop, I'm Bryan Fenley. Gabs, thanks so much for being a part of this.
Of course. Thanks for having me back.
Yes. Of course. You are definitely due to come back, and especially considering what you all just did over the weekend with the win against #1 South Carolina. The atmosphere was incredible. How do you take that in and just know how much history and what your team was able to do?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone that came out to our game in Pauley. Bringing the energy, it was a white out, wearing white, and just supporting us. I really appreciate it. It really makes a difference, and it was really huge for us. And thank you to the Den as well for coming out. We got to celebrate with them at the end, which was really fun, something I've always wanted to do. And I think coming into this game, we were just really excited. Me, Kiki London, some of us have played South Carolina our freshman year, and we played them twice, and we lost to them twice. So we really wanted to win. Obviously, we want to win every game, but I just think them coming in, you know, they're a really good team, coached very well, and we came out ready to play. We really dominated them, and it was just a great atmosphere. So, yeah.
How have you and this team, and I think you maybe alluded to it a little bit given the history you've had playing South Carolina, but how have you guys been preparing for a moment like that beyond just the week leading up to the game?
Yeah, first our preparation, preparing for South Carolina was really good. I think we were just really locked into the scout, to how we'll be playing them, what we need to do so they can't stop us. But I think that in the off season, I think that we're just always talking about March is happening now, and it's a little bit cliche for us because we say it so much, but it's the work you're putting in the spring, in the summer, in the fall, will translate out on the court in the winter. So just really emphasizing that, getting better in special situations in the summer, just working on the little things, so we build confidence when we're out on the court playing.
Relaying off what you're saying, Gabs, is head coach Corey Close talking about after the win against South Carolina that it is a process and that it's so easy to fall in love with a win like this. But how do you use this sort of as a fuel, but not to say, hey, we've done this and now we can sort of go on the season and just sort of do what we were always doing, but not be complacent? Not to say you guys ever would be, but just to know that, yes, you've done this, come up with a big win, now you're #1 in the nation, but there's still so much in front of you.
Yeah, I think just keeping that in mind, that this win is great, historic win. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who you beat in November, because it matters what happens in March and in tournaments and things like that. So just having that awareness, having that perspective is really important. And I think that we always talk about staying neutral, and that goes both ways. You can never get too high, especially like when we're going on runs against South Carolina or any team. We really have to get back to neutral because they can go on a run soon enough, and we can't get complacent with that. So we kind of treat it the same way, obviously, not necessarily as a loss, but still learn from it. There's every game, we're going to do things good, we're going to do things bad. It's always growing from each game is really important, whether you win by 20 or you lose by 20.
What's going to stick with you from this game? 10 years from now, someone's like, hey, Gabriela, what do you remember from that South Carolina thing? What do you think is going to stick with you the most?
I just think how we dominated them, to be honest. I think it was just so fun. Right from the jump, we just were making shots, getting stops on defense. I think our defense was really good. And I think that one time I remember my brother ran into the crowd at the Den, and they were all celebrating. And I'm like, I really want to do that. And I got to do that, and I got to celebrate with them. And I just think the energy is what I'll remember. And that's probably one of my most exciting games that I've played at Pauley before. So yeah, I'll never forget that. I just think being a sold out crowd, the fact that I've got to do that multiple times with my teammates is just so amazing, and it's just so good for women's basketball.
So good indeed. Gabriela Jaquez joining us on the Bruin Insider Show for Koop. I'm Bryan Fenley. So looking ahead now, you're going to go to Hawaii, and you're going to have Thanksgiving in Hawaii. You've got the big tournament coming up. What are the next couple of days going to be looking like for this team of yours?
Yeah, I think just staying focused, maybe not necessarily going too hard physically on the court, but really getting those mental reps, learning from the film room and learning from the games ahead that we just played, to be prepared for the games ahead. And coming up, we're going to be playing back-to-back-to-back. So we're not going to have a long time to scout. So just the mental preparation, which we have been practicing and preparing for throughout the off season.
Your coach, Corey Close, has talked about how she has 8 starters, and you being one of them, not necessarily in the starting lineup every game, but being such a key part of this team. What is your mindset then when you are coming off the bench and providing that spark?
Yeah, I think that I just want to be on the court playing. So just helping my team. I think as long as we win games, I'm going to be happy, and I'm just super proud of my team and what we accomplished, and we've just worked so hard. So, yeah.
Your team has worked so hard, and you've been so close in years past while you've been here at UCLA to break through and to finally have that breakthrough. I know we referenced a lot earlier the win against South Carolina. But what does this validate, this journey that this team is on, knowing that you've been so close so many years in the past, and this is something that could really turn the program in a direction and go to a place that it's never been before?
Yeah, again, I'm just super proud of this team, and we really work really hard. I've been in, my past 2 years losing in the Sweet 16. We have really good wins, and then we fall short, and we just get so close. And so I think the rankings is cool for everyone else. We do treat ourselves like we went into that game knowing we were capable of winning. We obviously won. So that was not a surprise, but I just think the support was super fun and encouraging, and just to have more eyes on us is super exciting. And then our coach said today, Coach Tony, that we earned a bigger target on our back, and we're all going to take that and be excited about it. We're going to get everyone's best, and we're going to grow from that, and we're going to get better when people bring their best to us.
Pretty much every time you get that breakthrough in sport, there are people that help pave the way. And I wonder what it was like having like Charisma, Cameron come back, be courtside, and to have them there and be able to share in that moment with them.
Yeah, I really appreciate all the alumni that came out, and to have them there. Obviously, I've experienced so many games with them. I played South Carolina with them, and so we know how it felt to lose twice to them, and just to have them there, we shared the W with them, and it just really meant a lot.
How does this team, and obviously you only celebrate for a certain amount of time because you've got another game coming up, but what was it like in celebration there after that game? What the general public didn't see in the locker room when everybody's having fun, and it's really starting to sit in what you all just did?
Yeah. Again, thank you to everyone that came out. Just great energy. And when we ran back into the locker room, we were all screaming. It's so loud, literally running in the hall. And for a second, I was like, oh, my gosh, I could barely hear. And once we got in the locker room, we were playing music and just dancing, and which we even do before games. But it was just so fun. I was like, oh, my gosh, okay, I'm getting lightheaded. I'm out of breath. Like, I'm tired, but I wanted to celebrate. And then the alumni came in and celebrated with us, which was really special. So, yeah, just super excited. We had a day off yesterday to just soak it all in, the W. But, today we had practice and getting back to it, and don't get complacent.
So spending Thanksgiving in Hawaii doesn't sound too bad, I think, to most people. What's got to be on your Thanksgiving plate?
Yeah. I think definitely mac and cheese. I always do turkey, even though I'm not a big fan of turkey, but I just do it. Mashed potatoes, green beans. I'm not too picky, so, yeah, I'm excited to spend Thanksgiving in Hawaii. When my brother was a freshman, my whole family went for the Maui Gym Classic. So my parents and my little brother are coming out to Hawaii, too, with us, which I'm really excited that I get to share Thanksgiving with them as well.
Last one from me, and Gabs Jaquez joins us on the Bruin Insider Show. You've talked about what it's going to be like maybe Thanksgiving for you this year on the road in Hawaii. But growing up with that nucleus of a family, with your brothers and your parents, what was a Thanksgiving like there that we don't get to see, and how fun that was, what that was like, that ordeal?
Yeah, I have a lot of family that live in Camarillo, so we all, depending on the year, go to someone's house. Everyone helps prepare food. My mom usually makes the turkey, actually, which is really good, and people bring all their side dishes, and we just come together and celebrate. We go to church, come back, go eat, say our thanks, what we're thankful for, and just honestly just chill together. And I do miss those times playing basketball. I get to miss a lot of holidays, but yeah, I'm luckily my little brother can come.
Are you still giving Jaime a lot of fashion advice? I remember you told us last year you were helping him out.
Yeah, he definitely still calls me. I keep up with him. It's definitely hard, trying to watch all of his games, but he was definitely supporting us against South Carolina. But yeah, definitely.
Well, we definitely love watching all of your games, no question about it. And we were very thankful to have Gabs Jaquez. See what I did there. I don't know if anybody
I got you.
up at all. I don't know if that made any sense. But
Put
Gabs,
down what you're picking up.
Yeah, you got it. Gabs Jaquez on the Bruin Insider Show with Nick Koop. I'm Bryan Fenley. Looking forward to what's coming up for this team, and congratulations on the early success so far.
Thank you so much.